These are for all the Democratic voters whose head is with Hillary, but whose heart is with Bernie Sanders. You're like, I like Bernie. I like his proposals. I like his views. I think he's honest. I want him to implement some of the things that he's proposing. But he can't win in the general election. He can't. It's bullshit. Look, as you can see, he is more electable than Hillary Clinton, as demonstrated in these latest Quinnipiac polls. Clinton against Trump, as you can see, would win pretty handedly. This is the only Republican that she'd win pretty handedly with. It pretty much a landslide, 47 to 41, Clinton, in favor of Clinton, a +6. However, if you want to guarantee a win, then you'd go with Bernie, and you'd vote Bernie in the primary and Bernie in the general, because he beat Trump 49 to 41, a +8. Yes, more than Hillary. Now let's go down the line. Cruz. Clinton would beat him. It would be a solid win. I wouldn't say handedly. It'd be a solid win, close to a landslide. Not as much as a landslide as Trump, but it'll be a closer race. Why would you want a closer race if you're a Democrat? You want a guaranteed win in this election. Clinton against Cruz is only a +5. Sanders against Cruz is, I mean, come on, +10. Wow, right? So if you want a guaranteed win, if you Democrats want to guarantee to have a Democrat in the White House for this next presidency, to continue on with our progressive views, vote Sanders in the primary and Sanders in the general, because he can win. He's more electable than Hillary Clinton. Now, we'll skip Rubio for now. We'll go to Carson. Clinton only beats Carson 46 to 43. That's only a +3. That's probably within the margin of error. So it's probably a toss-up, which Cruz is almost probably a toss-up as well, because if he gains one, she loses one. That's pretty close. And here, if Carson somehow gains one and she loses and she loses one, I mean, it's a toss-up. So she could lose against Carson. Let's see, Sanders against Carson. Yep, another landslide victory, +6. So 47-41. Again, Sanders is more electable than Hillary Clinton. And let's go to Rubio. Rubio seems the most viable Republican in the field against Clinton or Sanders, because both Clinton and Sanders only wins by 1 point. So Rubio seems the most formidable. However, either way, Sanders still wins in the general against Rubio. Now let's sum it up. If you want to guarantee a Democrat in the White House come 2017, vote Bernie Sanders. It's proven. I mean, the numbers are here. If your heart is with Bernie, then your head should be with Bernie, because these are solid numbers. I mean, he clearly wins over the Republicans more than Hillary does. He crushes them, all except Rubio, and I'm sure we can work on that and get those numbers up as well, if it happens to be Rubio and Sanders in the general. But anyway, if these numbers are even a little bit, you take one from Sanders, you give one to Trump, down the line, Sanders still wins handedly. But if you do that with Clinton, it's a toss-up. If you vote Clinton in the primary and she's our Democratic candidate for the presidency of the United States in the general, we could lose to a Republican. If you want to keep a Democrat in the White House, vote Sanders. The numbers tell you vote Sanders. If your heart tells you vote Sanders and the numbers tell you vote Sanders, then your head should tell you vote Sanders.